Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. GLR Cordell here on GLR Esports. So this particular video today is going to be showing one of my sort of favorite races I've ever raced in for quite some time. As you see by the title, there is Fuvaros, which is a very well-known GT World Tour driver in Gran Turismo. Which is this fella right here. Um, a great guy. I spoke to him after the race as well, so he's very humble and, of course, a very, very quick driver. But I'll get straight to the action and I'll show you why this video was played. So I won't take too much through the race, but it was 5 laps of Spa. It was in an open lobby, so as you see, in the sort of course of the race, it was quite laggy. It wasn't too bad to race in, maybe a few sort of lag spikes here and there, but it's a shame the video quality isn't great in terms of the sort of lagginess around the corner. But in terms of the actual racing, it was still pretty good to watch. So enjoy. So you see, Fuvaros is in the Porsche 911 here. I myself was in the McLaren. Got quite a good understanding of this car now. Fairly quick in a straight line, and it's in terms of cornering was a lot better, in my opinion, than what it was in GT Sport. Of course, the 911 is still a very good car, in my opinion, very stable. Just obviously not quite slow, but obviously it's slower than most cars in the straights, but it does make up for it in the corners. But as I said, back to the race here. I personally have always loved Spa. Spa being a very technical track, a very long track in terms of a lap time. It's very sort of like you got, again, same old really in terms of braking points and racing lines and stuff like that. But I think with Spa it's more about your exit speed rather than your entry speed. So it's always good to make sure you hit the apexes in the corners of Spa, because if you don't, then you can run wide on some of the exits and lose you massive time. So just coming towards the end of the first lap here, as you can see, Fuvaros is still on my tail, still right behind me, well in my slip, so I won't be able to get away from him. But it's just basically for me, it was just about trying to keep ahead of him as best as I possibly can, and see what the result can be at the end of the race. For those who have obviously continued watching the GLR Esports, I really do appreciate all of the subscribers, all of the likes, all of the views on the content recently. It's very much appreciated, and I thank every single one of you who have supported the channel so far. Anyone new to the channel, feel free to click the subscribe button, hit a like, as more content will be coming on Gran Turismo 7 in the very near future. But again, thank you very much for all the support so far. So coming down the main straight, as you can see, I still, in terms of the straights, the Porsche does have no chance unless I do make a mistake. But as you see, the Porsche's in the slip, so eventually sort of, won't lose too much time. But it's in the corners where he will gain most of the time. May have gone a little bit deep there, as you can see, so he's caught right back up. This is now just trying to concentrate as best as I can to not give him, anything to muster and then get in front of me. And what I love most of all about this race, of course, it was, racing against, a very well-known driver within the community. But it's more about racing clean, racing fast and clean, knowing that the person behind is not going to punch you. For me, that's the most enjoyment out of sim racing. So, massive shout out to Fuvaros for giving me such a great clean race. focus on hitting those braking points. Cut the curve as much as you can, try not to spin the car out. This Fuvaros almost done there. Hitting some good lap times, kind of got the fastest lap of the 2:16.3. I do think that the fastest laps we was doing, I did think was a 2:15.9, something like that. I think Fuvaros did a 2:15.7. So, you know, the fact that I was able to keep up with lap times with Fuvaros, you know, it gave me, I ain't gonna lie to you guys, you know, it gave me real sort of like, wow, you know, sort of doing the same lap times with a well-known GT, you know, sport driver, and obviously Gran Turismo driver as well. So, yeah, I was very happy with that. But at the end of the day, I wanted to win. So let's see what happens in this. So coming to this way, it kind of gets juicy now, where, you know, it's getting towards the end of the laps, making sure the consistency is there. And that's the big difference, you know, with these GT World Tour drivers, is they are super fast, but they're so super consistent. You know, they're very consistent. You know, they don't make too many mistakes, and that's the difference between, you know, the top drivers and, like, you know, we call them the so-called alien GT World Tour drivers. So just trying my best not to make any mistakes. As you can see here, very clean driving. I didn't go too defensive, but I had to defend that line, because if I gave him that, he would have gone on the inside. But now this is when the racing really starts, and I think, you know, this is where the content, why I created this, you know, coming pretty much from lap 3 onto the last lap. So my feeling was, if he could try and make a move into this last corner, he would. So I said, don't go too defensive, but just let him know that I'm not going to get the position up easily. So I sort of go a little bit defensive, stay in the middle of the track. I knew we weren't going to make a move. I was like, okay, just concentrate on getting the exit speeds, particularly in this last corner here. Make sure you get a good exit, so it doesn't get me in the first corner, in which I do. So it makes a little move there, but I knew there's this little trick to see if I can try and screw my line, which I don't. And he goes right behind me, going into Eau Rouge. You can see the top speed of the Macca, but I sort of try and get his step a little bit. Don't make too many moves. I think one big move, and that's perfectly fine. Concentrate on the braking point. Not too bad. So there. Look, clean driving, love it. Got the inside, sort of brake late, you brake at the same point. Good defensive driving there, great racing. He's now got the inside. And look at this. Look at that. I mean, that for me was, in the time, it was scary as anything. But now watching back here, I was like, what great racing. You know, it was such a joy to race with him. And Fuvaros again sent me a message at the end of the day. At the end of the race, I should say, and saying, yeah, that move around the corner, how I held it on the inside, I held it on the outside, and he held it on the inside, was very impressive. So there we go, back in my slip once again. So I thought, no, just stay on the inside, because we won't be able to cut back. Now I know he's probably going to try to make a move here, so I now go very defensive. He's going around the outside, good move. He's tried to break in the corner, try and get a good exit, which he does. I'm now behind him. I think I slightly tapped in there, which is obviously by mistake, but It's racing, it wasn't intentional. Now the last lap, make or break. Can I beat Fuvaros in a 5-lap race around Spa? Let's see what happens. So once again, just concentrate on your braking points and don't make any mistakes. You should be fine. But again, it's easy to say racing against the caliber of who I'm racing against in Fuvaros. He's got on the inside. Good move there. I've still got the inside line as well. So again, tried to brake late. He's got a little bit wide. There's me in the inside. Same moves again. Outside, inside. Fantastic racing. Absolutely such a joy to watch it back again. Side by side. I mean, I never would have thought it. I really wouldn't, but such a joy to watch back, as I said again. So now at this point I'm thinking, right, he's in front. Just try and get a good slip because I've got the speed in the back line. So get a good exit. Come in early. And gutted. Absolutely gutted. Such a shame. Such a shame. Just clip that green sort of sticky stuff. I'll show you exactly what it was. So I tried to get a good exit. So I get the sprint on him. All fine. And then just there, as you can see, just clipped the green stuff. And I knew I was very, very close. But I thought, no, it will stick. It will stick. And it didn't. Such a shame. I was back this time. I was, of course, annoyed, but at the same time, I knew it was such a great race. It was such a great race, and it's just unfortunate the way it ended. But it was again massive shout out to Fuvaros, top driver, top person as well. So humble. It was great to race with him. Now friends with him as well. So again, thank you for everyone who has watched him. Again, I'm on the road to getting 100 subscribers now, which again is a great achievement for myself. So if you are new to the channel, hit that sub, hit that like, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.